Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony. Welcome to another blind reaction of Death Battle. This time we have the Joker versus Sweet Tooth. Okay, in case it isn't apparent who I am rooting for in this video, I just say I'm going to definitely be rooting for Joker, only because I really know more about the Joker. Only thing that I know about Sweet Tooth is that he's the dude that drives the ice cream truck in Twisted Metal. That's it. I know virtually nothing about this character, and the Joker just kicks ass. So, rooting for the Joker. Not going to make any predictions prior to watching the analysis portion, because I don't know enough about Sweet Tooth to actually make any kind of judgment on this one based right now. Alright. So let's just get it started, see what they have in store for us, see what kind of information they have here, and where we're going to go with this one. Okay, and starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
They visit you for birthday parties, cheer you up when you're sad, and probably also want to...
I have a friend who would hate this video.
The Joker, Gotham's Mister
Clowns.
And Sweet Tooth, the violent victor of Twisted Metal.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Starting off with the Joker.
Gotham
Okay.
City, a vile breeding ground for criminals and crazy people.
In such a bleak city, it's important to look for humor wherever you can, even if it's during the act of murder. And no one gets more jollies out of ruthless felonies than the Joker.
True. Very true.
But before he became the clown prince of crime, who was he? A thief who accidentally got his pregnant wife killed? A mob boss who stabbed Batman's girlfriend? A petty thug in the wrong place at the wrong time? Nobody knows for sure, not even the Joker himself.
What we do know is that most likely at some point he fell into a vat of mysterious chemicals and Batman was involved. However he came to be, from that moment on, his body and mind were altered forever.
With a new smile big enough to rival the Grinch, the Joker decided he'd make sure the whole world would share in his sick joke.
And what comedy act would be complete without...
And he loves to share those jokes.
This guy may like his pistols, machine guns, and explosives, but outside of that, his taste in weaponry is anything but simple.
Ow! My eye! Sucker!
Like a true prankster gone mad, he carries razor-sharp playing cards, a gag flower filled with acid, an electric hand buzzer that goes a little too far.
But deadliest and most haunting of all is his trademark Joker venom, a deadly concoction which poisons its victims, forcing them into fits of laughter so uncontrollable that they suffocate and die while contorting their facial muscles into a nightmarish grin.
Talk about killing the audience!
No.
Man, that shit looks dangerous to carry around.
Fortunately for the creepy clown, he's manufactured so much Joker venom over the years, repeated exposure has given him immunity to his own toxin. But the laughing gas isn't all that makes him a threat in battle.
Excellent Joker scene.
Strategist who screws with the minds of the sane and insane alike. He can whip up disguises so convincing that not even the world's greatest detective recognized him. And for a guy this lanky, he's also surprisingly great going fist to fist.
And like most heroes and villains who have been in the game since the 1940s, of course, he has his own car.
Look at that thing! God, I really need to get back to work on the Boomstick mobiles.
The Joker-mobile, as it's called, was built to compete with the legendary Batmobile.
It has mounted machine guns, a bulletproof exterior, and a lethal cannon up top that can spew missiles everywhere.
After so many years of terrorizing Gotham and beyond, the Joker has more than earned his role of sworn...
So are we going to have a section of the fight be a race?
For skill and intellect,
An
the Joker's
automotive fight.
has outsmarted Bats numerous times. In some cases,
Because I think the Joker mobile can go toe-to-toe with
Crusader.
the ice cream truck.
Trained by ninjas?
He's outfoxed plenty of other heroes too, including Superman, whose brain can function thousands of times faster than humans like Joker.
He incapacitated Wonder Woman with just a puff of Joker venom, blew up Robin after viciously beating him with a crowbar, and tracked down Batgirl. Well, let's put it nicely and say that she became handy-capable from that point on. And thanks to his own insanity, the Joker has stupidly high pain tolerance. The dude got a batarang lodged in his eye and was still running around laughing and shooting people. God damn! That's almost as bad as the time he had his own face cut off for giggles.
That's way worse. Ugh. He can certainly take the pain.
Yeah, just for fun.
That is still no harder to kill than most of his victims.
He can die from certain poisons, neck snapping, being stabbed by Pirate Batman, getting bitten by Vampire Batman, and even just a good old-fashioned Superman high five.
But one thing remains certain.
That's one way of putting that.
Show up for your party would make it one bad day.
Yeah. Alright, now let's learn about Sweet Tooth.
How far would you go to have your greatest wish granted? How much would you destroy to get your way?
Any extreme!
For those willing to go to any extreme, the annual Twisted Metal
Like
contest
Boomstick.
is right up your alley.
In Twisted Metal, competitors smash vehicles into public property and each other. And that's when they're not shooting crazy shit like rockets and bombs all over the place. God, that'd be fun.
The insane lure of Twisted Metal attracts some of the most deranged and unstable minds in the world, including a clown with a flaming scalp, the driver of the infamous ice cream truck called Sweet Tooth.
Light 'em up, boys.
So he lights his own head on fire?
Before he was a scary serial killer driving a truck, Marcus Kane was a scary ice cream man driving a truck. And like every ice cream man I know, Marcus had a serious evil split personality problem.
Trapped within his head, this sinister side.
Yeah, because that's a common problem for ice cream truck drivers.
To finally give in and carve his new persona a face. On that day, Marcus Kane died, and the rampage of Needles Kane began.
Needles spent his days murdering anyone he could find, including his own wife and child.
He prefers killing up close and as violently as possible with his giant serrated machete,
which tons of people have been introduced to. They're dead now.
By his own account, he slaughtered
I could imagine
people before he was finally arrested. It was here he was cursed by a preacher named Preacher to suffer the fires of hell, which apparently means having your head burst into flames forever.
Enraged, he busted out and was eventually found by a man named Calypso. See, Calypso was the one organizing the Twisted Metal tournament, and he thought Needles would be just perfect for it.
For Needles, winning Twisted Metal meant having any wish of his choosing granted. He could finally end the everlasting pain. Or have all the candy in the world, anything really. How could he say no?
Needles knew just the car that would take him to victory. Complete with tasty treats, his ice cream truck, the Sweet Tooth.
This modified Chevrolet step van is anything but what it appears to be. With its shocking maneuverability and durability, Sweet Tooth is like a tank, capable of taking loads of damage without stopping.
The Sweet Tooth menu includes front-mounted spikes,
so Sweet
guns,
Tooth is...
and homing
See,
ice cream
that's how little I knew about him.
And for the cherry on
The
top,
character is
he
Needles,
blasts the
Sweet Tooth is the
explosive
truck.
head from the roof as a homing weapon.
I did not know that.
Goes through walls. That's not enough. It transforms into a goddamn robot.
The Sweet Bot carries a massive multi-barrel Gatling gun, reinforced armor plating, and can even throw its own head like a grenade.
But the real beauty's in the Sweet Slam, an attack where the bot launches into the air with its jetpack and drops like a hammer with enough.
See, I never played this version of it. I remember playing
Sweet Tooth can take dozens
Twisted
of
Metal
missiles and keep
years
on
back,
trucking.
but
But even without his wheels, Needles is one tough son of a bitch. He's strong enough to casually shatter reinforced windows, tough enough to take a stab to the face.
And he even survived the electric chair. Doesn't that mean he gets to walk free? I read that on the internet once.
No, first, that's a myth. Second, a person wouldn't be able to walk after getting blasted with over 2,000 volts of electricity, stopping their heart, burning their body, paralyzing their muscles, and melting their eyes. Unless you're Needles Kane, who broke out of the chair, killed everyone, and escaped.
See, this is why anytime I meet a clown, I take him out right away.
When has a clown ever done anything to you?
They've never had the chance. Who's laughing now, Chuggles?
But
Yeah,
Needles
that's-
is by no means unkillable, and Calypso has played him for a fool more times
That
than
is a
not.
good way to
Like when
act
he
around
managed to find
clowns.
his missing daughter, so he could kill her, and wound up trapped and suffocating in her coffin. Underground. Because she was already dead.
Still, it just goes to show Needles and his sweet tooth will do anything it takes to get the kill.
What have you done with my son?
Where the hell is this from? Some shitty cartoon. Yeah, seriously.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, it's time
Oh.
for some book learning.
Something else?
You know, reading a good book is one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, but who's got time for that?
Lucky for you, Audible.com has the perfect solution.
I use Audible.
Audiobooks.
You mean I can do things with my eyes while my ears do all the reading for me?
Sure.
Great! I'll listen to it in my dune buggy on my way to the shooting range.
Audible.com has over 250,000 titles to choose from. The app is free for iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Phone. You can also download and listen with your Kindle Fire and almost any MP3 player. And unlike a streaming or rental service, with Audible, you own your books and can access them anytime, anywhere.
And it gets better. If you download a book you don't like, you can exchange it for a different, more better one anytime. I'm halfway through my 17th book on Audible right now.
Really?
Yeah, you should go check out Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It's really good.
Huh. Maybe I will. And you can too. In fact, Death Battle viewers can get a free
I'll look that up.
30-day
Way of
trial
Kings.
membership by going to audible.com/.
I have some credits
But
coming
right
soon.
now, it's time for a Death
And
Battle! And then books.
pause. Okay. Alright, so, Joker versus Sweet Tooth. I'm not sure who to give the edge to. I'm going to be perfectly honest with that. I mean, Sweet Tooth seems to have supernatural abilities, or supernatural powers, strength, and whatever. But the Joker has an insanely high threshold for pain. His body isn't a normal body, really, anymore. It'd take a lot to take either one of them down. But I'm going to give it to Joker, and this is kind of also wishful thinking, because Sweet Tooth does seem to be more bloodthirsty as far as what I've seen described here, but the Joker is just crazier, but he's also smarter, as far as I can tell. Sweet Tooth, or Needles, I keep calling him Sweet Tooth, Needles got tricked. He doesn't strike me as the most intelligent fighter. He's just a slasher fighter. He's just... Yeah, he doesn't really think things through that well, apparently, is what it looks like to me. You know, did he not know that his daughter was dead? I thought he killed his kids already. So yeah, where did he think he was going to end up when he asked to be sent to his daughter so he could kill her? And that's fucked up to say, but the Joker is, however, just smarter. He may espout, you know, chaos and the love of chaos, and just not having a plan or anything as far as the typical plan goes, but he definitely does think things through more so than Sweet Tooth would, and or at least Heath Ledger's Joker, the one that I've seen most recently. He, yeah, has said, does he look like someone with a plan? He just does things just for the fun of it, which is very true, yes, but he also can formulate a plan. He isn't unintelligent. He is a very intelligent, capable fighter. So yeah, that's what I gotta give it to the Joker, even though he may not have supernatural abilities or access to the supernatural like Sweet Tooth or Needles. I think he'll find a way to pull it out. And I know that's... And to pull it out, it's like... I know, like I said, that's more wishful thinking than anything, but that's who I'm going to say is going to win, is Joker. So yeah, let's just get it started, see what they have in store for us with the fight. And starting the fight in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I like the model, but not really my color.
Now that's more like it.
It's perfect.
Ooh, like taking candy from a baby.
Well, that's one way to start the fight. So there is a racing portion to start off with, and then hand-to-hand.
Roadkill! You hear me?
Ooh, so many buttons. Eeny, meeny, miny. All of them.
When in doubt, just hit everybody.
What's this one do? Boop.
It's got a lightning bolt flash symbol type thing on it. What do you think it does?
Really? Can't just let a guy have his fun.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go.
Here I come, Scrawny.
All right, let's see it. Come and get it, tough guy. You miserable excuse for a clown. Come on. Come on. Boom.
Well, trust Joker to pull stuff off like that.
Let me put that out for you.
Shut up and bleed, you mother. Get out.
Oh, I can imagine that wouldn't be much useful if he survived the electric chair.
Oh, can't take a joke. Can you, big guy?
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay, that's funny.
Well, if there's anything about Joker, he can take a hit. Though, that doesn't look good for him.
Let's talk about this. Killing someone from inside a tin can. That's no fun. The cold of their skin, the blankness of their eyes, the reveal of who they really are.
You raised some good points, Joker. Isn't that what you're thinking?
Savor all the little emotions. Right?
Right. I want to see you bleed. I want to watch you die.
Just
Which is probably a mistake.
more lesson. Capiche? The best kind of punchline. It's the one you don't see coming.
What is this? Die, 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 die.
And there it is. Managed to get into his opponent's head and dosed him. Yep, that's what I thought.
It wasn't that.
Or that's what I hoped for.
Both clowns were skilled in combat, but Joker's superior tactics and unpredictable weaponry gave him the leg up he needed.
When you have a toxic gas so deadly it can take out the entire Justice League, all the Joker needed was one opportunity to use it.
And despite his lanky frame, the Joker
Yep.
can take a lot of punishment, and he's good enough to survive hand-to-hand combat with Batman.
Hell, he's smart enough to trick Batman and even manipulate the incorruptible Superman into being pawns in his schemes.
As opposed to Needles, whose mental capacity is limited to just one thing.
Murder, murder, and more murder with a dash of ice cream.
The Joker has plenty of experience manipulating the minds of homicidal maniacs. In fact, many people like Needles have wound up in Joker's gang. It was only a matter of time before he made his opportunity to use the Joker Venom.
Joker wasn't clowning around in this gas of a fight that had us on pins and needles.
We should really put you on a limit.
Oh, come on, Wiz. Those puns were sweet.
The winner is the Joker.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Who's for Chinese?
Alright, who's next?
Time on Death Battle.
We dreamed of creating the world's strongest Pokemon,
I got a Pokemon fight.
and we succeeded.
Do not attempt to defy me.
Mewtwo. I know that one. So Mewtwo versus who?
Hey everybody, I'm Chad of Boomstick.
Alright.
And next up in Death Battle is Mewtwo. Who will he be fighting? You guys know the drill by now. Find out early by sticking to our social media. That's @ScrewAttack on Twitter or Official SA on Facebook.
In the meantime,
Yeah, they're not giving the
go
clues
check
as
out
far
our
as
new
who
show, DBX, just
Mewtwo is fighting.
there. It's
but
kind of like Death Battle with epic fights.
I
and all
can't
that.
even make a guess on that one.
No analysis, no rules, just bloodshed.
And sponsors can
Recognize
watch right now.
Mewtwo.
If you want to become a part of the sponsorship program where
don't
you get merch discounts.
know enough about him
and all
to
that great
kinda
stuff,
figure out
you can just
who
click
he
the link
could be
in the description
fighting.
below and get a 30-day free trial.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys.
So yeah. That was a very good fight. I definitely enjoyed that. It's a little bit darker than the normal death battle, of course. I know they all end in death, but this one was just just a little bit wackier, a little bit darker. And it did go the way that I hoped, so hey, I'm happy for that. So yeah, just as I kind of thought and hoped for, the Joker would eventually get into Sweet Tooth's head, or Needle's head. Shit, now I gotta correct myself. Would eventually get into his opponent's head, get him into a position which would bring him to his advantage, and which would bring up an advantage for Joker and exploit him. While Needles was more, yeah, like I said, all he is about is one thing, just murder, 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 and, well, two things, and ice cream. Joker loves him some murder too, but he is definitely a hell of a lot smarter. He's crazy as shit, but he's definitely a hell of a lot smarter. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I'm definitely happy with the result of that death battle, and I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I'm going to end this one here. Until next time, take care.